Hi guys, welcome to Finding Sanctuary. My name's Karen. Today I wanted to share with you this new oracle that I received. I had it on pre-order because when I seen it, I actually wish to be able to use it with my Ancestral Tarot Journey that I'm currently undertaking. And I just seen it and I thought it was going to be a really fun and vibrant deck that could add a little bit of different flavor and a different way of contacting and speaking with my ancestors. So I put it on pre-order and it's arrived, and I must say I'm really excited to have it here with me. Soul affirming guidance from beyond. On the day of the dead, the veil thins and the departed return in a celebration of life. Tune into this rich and festive tradition to connect with your loved ones and alchemize heartache into cherished wisdom. Painted in Mexico, the vivid imagery of this oracle offers a wealth of symbolism alongside inspirational messages and practices for honoring and communicating with your ancestors. Shuffle the deck, choose a card, and welcome angels, saints, memories, music, meaning, and spirit into your heart, home, readings, and meditations. Weave possibility, support, and purpose throughout your world with the mystic threads of Dia de los Muertos. So this really does look like it's going to be a phenomenal deck, and I can't wait to be able to use it not only in my everyday but in my Ancestral Tarot Journey, so that I can really link in with my ancestors and hopefully get some really beautiful messages and just add that extra layer and depth. So it is the Dia de los Muertos Oracle, Wisdom from the Departed Beloved. Now, it's by Kelly Sullivan Walden, and I'm going to try and pronounce the name of the artist. It's Emily K. Greaves de Rees Contler. So I hope I pronounced that correct. Now, when I show you this deck, I just want to say that I haven't actually looked through the cards yet, so I'm seeing them firsthand with you guys. And I do know though, just put them there for a minute, I do know though from looking at this wonderful guidebook that there are going to be a number of card names that I'm not going to be able to pronounce, so I'm probably not going to even name them up during this video because it is something that I'm going to have to delve a little deeper in and learn how to pronounce and read the name. But I find that a wonderful challenge that I have ahead of myself, and I'm really excited to have that challenge because this guidebook has a lot of different information in regards to each of the cards. So this is the guidebook, and when I got this deck at the end of last week, I took a few moments to read through what Kelly had to say because I really want to understand the motivation for this deck and how best to use it. And it is one that I know that I'm going to continuously come back to the guidebook for further clarification and insight until I get my own feel for the deck and the cards and how they all work. So there's an introduction, how I came to write this deck. Now this is a really interesting piece of information that Kelly provides. If you're somebody like me who likes to know what motivated somebody to create a deck, then that information is definitely in that piece there. How to work with the De los Muertos Oracle, and again, really great information. It talks about them, and it says here, for each card, there is a keynote, an action-orientated phase that encapsulates the intent of the card, an inspirational quote, an enlightening perspective on love, loss, and celebrating life beyond the veil, a message, a supportive healing insight to guide you towards wholeheartedly expanding your capacity to embrace the illusion of death, the meaning, insight and symbolism related to De los Muertos. Here you can learn about the various elements, practices, foods, and flowers that texturize this profound cultural phenomenon, and a mantra, a short affirmative phase to crystallize the essence of the card's message. And she goes on to tell you how to consecrate your cards, how to select your cards, meditation and mantra, and then she gives you card layouts, and it has a 1 card daily ritual, and then it has a 3 card spread. So really nice information in there. And then we have the card meanings, and I have had a read through some of these, and they really are great messages and ones that are really going to excite me to be able to use this deck, especially for the purpose of Ancestral Tarot, working through that whole journey. I think that these will be a really fun element to add to that. The names on the cards, some of them appear to be, well, they don't appear to be, some of them are quite tricky for me to be able to pronounce, so I'm not even going to try and do that for you. But as you can see, there's just some really lovely messages in here for the cards. So a really gorgeous guidebook, and it is a Blue Angel deck. So this has come out in Australia, as you can see, because I have it. I believe it's April before it comes out potentially to the rest of the world. So these are the back of the cards. I love that skull. really gorgeous. I love the colouring too. It's a really deep, almost like a burnt orange. Really gorgeous colour. So I'll just show you the cards and we'll have a look at them. The detail in these cards is absolutely incredible. I just really adore the work of Emily. This definitely isn't the kind of deck that I would normally purchase, but when I am purchasing decks, whether they be tarot or oracle, and I have to say I generally gravitate towards oracle more than tarot, and I will do a video around that a little later to explain why that might be, or how I think that comes to be. But when I'm looking for a deck, I always have a reason as to why I purchase a new deck. Now, I have so many of them, as many of you might know, and I do wish to be able to downsize the number of decks that I have, but because I was looking for a deck that I could use with the Ancestral Tarot and that journey that I'm currently undertaking, I just felt that the decks that I had, some of them I am using, like the Universal Celtic Tarot, but other decks just didn't seem to fit in here at all with this journey. So I asked the ancestors to guide me towards a deck that would help me with what it was that I needed to know, and then within a very short period I was just looking online and doing different things, and this deck kept coming up, and everywhere I looked the information about this upcoming deck kept being there in the forefront of my vision. So that to me was definitely a message that this deck is one that I need to have to be able to work with them and to be able to connect in with them. So it's going to be really interesting to see not only how this deck works with my Ancestral Tarot Journey, but how this deck may show up and what ancestors may come through when I'm actually utilizing this deck and working with this deck. I'm really interested to see what regions they might come from, and just where this deck fits in with everything, and if there is a link beyond just using it to be able to connect with them. So an absolutely gorgeous deck. Now I'm just going to shuffle the cards and pull out one of them, and I'll give a quick insight to what the guidebook says, just so we get a feel for the messages that are there. Depending on the actual card, I may or may not try and pronounce what the card says. It can be really tricky. So, okay. So here we have Veladora, and I'll just see what this says in here. Veladora, seek and find the light, the truth, and the love hiding in plain sight. All the darkness in the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle. Author unknown. Message. My love, thank you for being the light of my life, for shining so brightly even as you grieve. Remember my flame burns eternally, as will yours. The light you saw in me was merely a reflection of your brightness. My passing doesn't take that away. You would not have recognized everything you loved about me if it didn't exist in you. Allow your sorrow to move through you, but don't allow it to dim your light. Do what you need to keep your flame burning brightly. If you feel a lack of motivation to tend to your illumination, then do it for me. It honors me when I see you smiling, happy, thriving, and plugging into your purpose for being alive. If you really want to light me up, seek sparks of memory that inspire you to shine even brighter. When our lights shine together, we create a field of brightness that inspires others. You came here to shine, and now you can do it for both of us. Stoke the fire of your connection by allowing yourself to fuel my love for you, growing stronger every day. Let our ever-expanding relationship be the torch that guides you through the tunnel of your grief to the embrace of the sunlight, awaiting you on the other side. Meaning, in Dia los Muertos celebrations, the light of the Veladora candle symbolizes rebirth and faith. The lighting of each candle reignites the connection, memory, and bond between you and your departed loved ones. Let lighting a candle in their honor, or even visualizing it, remind you that love is an eternal flame that cannot be extinguished, regardless of the rain that falls and winds that blow during the darkest nights. The mantra: the light I seek is in the center of my heart, and I allow it to shine at its fullest splendor. So a really beautiful deck, really gorgeous meaning for this particular card here, Veladora, which is candle. So I'm really looking forward to using this deck in my Ancestral Tarot Journey, but I'm really also looking forward to being able to use it at times when I personally think about the passing of loved ones, and when there are those prized moments and dates that come along during the year, to be able to pick up this deck and pull out a card and just see the message that comes through, I think will be really beautiful.